Your subconscious patterns with men is the reason why you attract the people you do in your life, good or bad. We're gonna have this conversation while I do my lashes. These are the lash clusters that I use. I think I got them from Amazon, but I also love these too. I have two of these, but I love these lash clusters. My favorite. Literally, I'm gonna use these ones today, but these are most definitely my favorite. For the bond, I'm not gonna lie, I have 3 of them. These 2 are the same. This one is a little dirty because I'm not gonna lie, I used it. But this one came with this one. These 2. This one, I'm honestly not sure what lash clusters I got these with because I've had so many lash clusters, but this is what it looks like. So, yeah, okay, so the reason why I even wanted to start this conversation was because as a person who's been in a successful relationship, I always find myself in a position of people trying to project their like negative ideologies onto me, and it's so weird. But even then, the specific reason why I made this video wasn't even because of an interaction, but because of I'll put it on the screen, but this girl basically made a video and she was like, why are you worried about a boy when there's girls your age making $100K a month? And I commented and I was like, because $100,000 can't buy love. But truthfully, you can really have both. And there was a plethora of people who decided that they wanted to argue back and forth with me. And what I realized through all of the responses was people are in survival mode. They think that you can't have money and a good relationship. And that's so sad because why are you limiting yourself to just one thing when you can quite literally have anything and everything you want in this universe? Because this universe is so abundant. Like, there's no limitations. And I want you guys to like pause and read because like, bruh, as a person who works with self-concept, you have to understand that your self-concept quite literally takes you everywhere. If you want to make more money, you have to believe you can make more money. If you want better health, you have to believe that better health is accessible to you. If you want a new car, a new job, better living situation, you have to believe in yourself to achieve these things. It's not just exclusively related to men, but we will talk about men for this video. So let's talk about my experience. My man and I have been dating since we were 18. We were friends before that, but we started dating when we were 18 and 19. I'm about to be 23 in a month, which is crazy to say, but it's the truth. But it's been like a 5-year relationship, pretty good relationship. Hold on, let me concentrate. You know, as a person who's online, I always see this rhetoric spread to young women that like, it's either men or success. Like, you can't have both. And I think that's so fake because, like, you totally can. First of all, you have to understand that the association that you have with men determines the type of men that you date with. If I ask you how you feel about men and you say niggas aren't shit and all men cheat and whatever, that's where you're gonna end up, babes. I'm not gonna lie. And even me, myself, I had to, like, unlearn my negative association with men because I didn't grow up in a 2-parent household. My mom was actually married to my father before she even had sex with him, and then before she got pregnant with me, they were both in the military. Like, she had a ring on her finger, she did everything right, but unfortunately that's just not the nature of the situation, bro. You can do everything right and still end up in a bad situation. Why? Because of your subconscious patterns and your associations with men. And even then, I don't think every situation is women's fault. Like, I'm not saying this to blame women. I think that's very male-centered. But I do think that it comes to a point where you have to understand that the people you date are a reflection of you in some way, shape, or form. Not just the good parts, the bad parts too. But there was this one girl. I'll put her comments on the screen because she was really going in on me like, girl. But it's basically just like the ideology that like you can't have success in a man, but you totally can. Like, bitches that love a homeboy but hate niggas. It don't make no sense. Y'all think y'all's homeboys are the most heroic, masculine people on earth who always got your back, but you can't apply that same effort to a nigga. It's because you don't have to commit to them. People are scared of commitment. And I understand it because, like, bro, we're spewed the most degenerate things ever, bro. It's in the media, it's in the music. Bro, you probably never see no one in your family in a healthy relationship. Like, I totally understand why the ideology exists, bro. It's a lot of toxic things that are being fed to people, bro. I can totally get it, bro. I'm not gonna act like I grew up in the most loving environment, but when I started learning about self-concept and neuroscience and esoteric knowledge, bro, it just made me realize that, bro, I had a really bad association with men. Like, I bro, I expected every man to act like my father. I expected every man to, you know, be lustful or evil. And every man isn't evil or lustful. That's just the truth of nature, bro. Like, some men genuinely crave companionship and they respect women and they don't have any ulterior motives other than wanting to experience love, because experiencing love is a natural human emotion. It's actually the most natural human emotion is love. So people depriving themselves of love because they're scared of being hurt is them wanting to protect themselves, which I understand, but you're essentially doing harm to yourself because you're feeding yourself the ideology that dating isn't safe. Getting cheated on is the worst thing that could happen to me. If I let a man into my life, he's gonna ruin it. Like, it's things like that, bro. No one should have that much power over you. Even me today, I love my man, I love my relationship, and I honestly don't worry about it because we have mutual trust and respect. I always say, if you think about doing some grimy shit, come and talk to me about it first, boo, because I promise you, you can do you and I will do me. Like, it don't gotta get to that point, bruh. But because I'm in a relationship where I'm respected and I respect him and we respect each other, we can have conversations like that and we can genuinely sit and talk about what's actually going on. But if you don't establish that type of trust with your person, and if you just think that, yeah, niggas aren't shit, so I'm just gonna wait until I get cheated on to go to the next, then it's exactly what's gonna happen. But if you think you're in a relationship with someone where, you know, I can talk to this person about my feelings and I can genuinely confide in them and I trust them, then you're gonna find that type of relationship. It's really that simple. And you have to understand, when you first start dating a couple of people, the first couple of people might fuck up. Why? Simply because when you start to change your brain, your old reality will try to pop up again, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Your world is a projection of your past thoughts. So it does take a while for the new thoughts to, you know, present themselves and things of that nature, but eventually it will get there. Like, eventually you will start finding men who aren't lustful, who aren't evil. And I'm not gonna lie, the girls just be looking bitter, bruh. Like, bruh, they be looking bitter. They be like, oh, you're not scared the nigga's gonna cheat on you. You're dumb. Why would you get in a relationship that young? Why would you commit that young? But it's like, what's the alternative for real? Like, y'all be saying your 20s is for exploring your options, but the exploring your options is getting violently drunk in the club, shaking ass for niggas who are seeing ass for free, who don't even deserve to be in your presence, queen. And then y'all go and find one of these niggas from the club because he seems to have motion. Y'all sit and y'all try to make this nigga into a husband and then be like, oh, niggas ain't shit. You met that nigga in the club. What did you expect, boo? Genuinely, what did you expect? Like, even the environments where you're finding men, college campuses don't look for a husband or a boyfriend there. Maybe everybody is consumed by lust, bro. And that's what I'm saying. Y'all be looking for love in the wrong environments. But the nature of what you believe is what you will attract. So you can't really get mad at yourself for that. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, bro, it's your mindset. It's your mindset. It's your mindset. I'm trying to tell niggas that it's your mindset about everything, though. Oh my gosh, I'm sitting here yapping. I'm supposed to be putting my lashes on. And, like, realistically, bro, a man is not supposed to be the epicenter of your universe, bro. Mine isn't. I'm not gonna lie. My kids aren't either. It's me. Everything that I do is for me and for the people that I love, but it's for me first. It really is. And it has to be for me first, because guess what? That's exactly what I want my daughter to do. I don't want my daughter to grow up to live her life to gain the title of a wife or a mother or anything like that. I want her to be the best version of herself and understand that once you are the best version of yourself, then you can enjoy motherhood. Then you can fully enjoy being a wife. Why? Because you're not searching for yourself in those titles. You already came with yourself whole in those titles. And, you know, I think that's the thing, too. Like, I've been very sure of myself since a very young age. Like, yeah, I'm human. Yeah, I fuck up. Yeah, I have my down periods, because everybody has a down period. But for the most part, I have believed in the same thing, and I've had a really great self-concept. So, I mean, I honestly just think that it has a lot to do with your mindset, bro. If you think, yeah, niggas are always doing me bad, and I can't find a good nigga, and if you're comparing future people to the people you dealt with, that's your first issue right there, because your future is not your past, boo. If you're looking at your past and comparing it to your future, bro, you're gonna cook yourself. You're literally gonna cook yourself. And also, you have to realize, bro, you have to be working on yourself if you want to attract a good partner too. I'm not gonna lie, that's really the biggest thing. If you're doing everything on your end and you're being consistent with yourself, that's enough proof for your brain to believe that there's a man out there doing the exact same thing. Why? Because if I'm able to lock in, do what I have to do, make the right decisions. If I'm building that mutual trust in myself, I can build it with an external force because I see it's possible for a human to do it. So, I'm gonna meet somebody who's aligned with my frequency so we can be together. Simple. Every relationship is not perfect. Every person you date isn't gonna be perfect. I'm not saying that you should never have a bad partner, but what I am saying is that if your relationships are always ending up the same, with you getting cheated on, you can't find nobody, bruh, you can't keep nobody, bruh, you have to really sit and think about your associations with men and what you think about men, what we're taught about men, bro. Because I'm not gonna lie, from bro rap music to bro R&B to even some country songs, like it really don't matter, bro. It's so much propaganda and lust in the music and bro what they're feeding our brains. Like, so yeah, you've been conditioned to think that there isn't love. I'm not gonna lie. You've probably also been conditioned to think that your body is your currency as a woman. Like, it happens, bro. But you really do have to sit and tell yourself that, yeah, I am safe enough to date. I'm safe enough to explore my options. I'm safe enough to be in the presence of potential romance because I know it's out there for me and I know it exists. And then when people are romantic, they call them hopeless romantic. Like, are you not hearing the connotation with the words that you're saying? It's negative connotation. That's why you're having negative experiences. I don't know. Like, I feel like I be feeling so spiritual when I'm like, bro, it's your mind, it's your mind, it's your mind. But it's really your mind. When you see girls and you ask them, yeah, like, what are your standards? Like, oh, my nigga can't talk to nobody. He can't be nobody's heir. He can't da 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 da. Like, you're basically just saying, yeah, my nigga can't be anywhere because I don't trust him outside of my vicinity. Which, like, I can understand. Like, there's boundaries, right? Like, my nigga, you're not following hoes on Instagram. I'm not gonna lie. It has nothing to do with me and me being insecure. It has everything to do with if women are posting half naked pictures and they're not really doing anything. Like, what are you following her for? And the fact that you think she looks good, you know what I'm saying? And like, oh no, why did my thing turn off? There's nothing even wrong with acknowledging that a person looks good. Like, we go all the time, we're like, oh my gosh, look at her hair, look at her outfit, look at his hair, look at his outfit, look at his car. Like, bro, that's a very healthy thing to do. The nicest thing you can say about somebody that you don't know is that they look good. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the most human thing you could do. Because guess what, bro? I don't know anything about you internally to compliment you on the internal. I could just compliment your external, but people get so caught up in the external because they don't search for things internally. Bro, you have to sit and really pick a person's mind, especially before you have intimate connection with them. Like, if you talking to a man, bro, 9 out of 10 times his mindset will present itself in the conversation. Ask him his goals, ask him his past relationships, what he learned, ask him what his future relationship holds for him, what his beliefs are around women. Like, bro, there's so many questions to ask. If you're asking the right questions, you'll eventually get there. And just dating men for money is slow too. I'm not gonna lie. Just because a man has money does not mean that he's dating potential. It's a lot of rich niggas with money that are fucking lame, bro. Let me tell you that. Hello. But yeah, bro, I'm not gonna lie. It's really just about your association with men. Like, for me, my man experienced a great deal of trauma growing up between his father and the way that his father treated his mom during her pregnancy with him. So that's his motivation for being a great father husband, because he missed out on opportunity, because he missed out on the experience of having a family because his dad's lust caught up with him. And honestly, there's some women who will sit there and be like, yeah, like, you can work with your husband through lust and through porn addiction. I'm not doing that. That's not my job. I'm not gonna lie. You need to come healed, or you need to be willing to heal yourself and come back when you're healed. But that whole entire support him while he's figuring it out and pray to God and shit, I don't believe in that. You don't need a prayer to understand that you're not supposed to be watching porn with a wife. Simple. It's really that simple. You don't need a prayer to not look at another woman's ass in public. You don't. You shouldn't have wandering eyes. You shouldn't be... Oh, hold on, y'all. This lash get serious. Hold up. You shouldn't have wandering eyes. You shouldn't have to be told to not look at other girls. Like, that's not... These are things that you should be like, yeah, my man isn't lustful. The men that I date are not lustful. The men that I date are not losers. I don't even let losers get my attention. They don't get my time of the day. You have to believe, you have to stop telling yourself that, oh, this generation doesn't believe in love and there's no more good men left and they're so hard to find, and that's why you're not finding anybody, because you're feeding yourself that. And tell yourself, yeah, bro, I attract niggas. Like, bro, shit attracts flies. Like, oh my God, no, for real though. Cause like, even me, like, I'm, like I said, very much in love. But niggas still be letting me know I'm that. And you know, that's not because, bro, of anything except for my self-concept, bro. I know that I'm a great woman. I know that the qualities that I show are very much speak for themselves. And guess what? A man who is not in my caliber can't even come up and approach me, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Even the niggas who aren't in my caliber who try to approach me, bro, they know to keep that shit at the compliment and don't force none of that extra shit. Why? Because, bro, I'm not hearing that. Simple. Your best bet to healing your self-concept with men, and mind you, this is men, women, anything, bro. It could be a job, it could be money, bro. I have to keep reiterating this because it's not just exclusively men. Everything you believe about everything will present the way that you believe in it. If you could pray to a God in the sky that you've never seen with your two eyes, you believe that if you pray enough that it'll come, then you should be able to believe that if you change your subconscious patterns enough that you'll attract what you desire. Because it's essentially the same thing in different fonts. Guys, I took my lip piercing out. I'm gonna put it back in, but look at how cute my lips look without it. I'm literally so cutesy and girly, like, I don't know. Your best bet if you want to start attracting real love in your life is to say, I only attract people who allow me to feel respected and loved in the exact way I desire. And the second I realize that a person is not respecting my boundaries, I respect myself and remove myself so that the person who is meant to love me can be present. Simple. You don't say, oh, this nigga cheated on me, niggas ain't shit, I'm never gonna date again. Come on, sister. And honestly, I say this out of place of love because I'm not gonna lie, bro. I be seeing so many girls, but they be looking so bitter, bro. They be looking so bitter. I'm like, damn, I know that nigga did you horrible, bro. Bro, trust me, I've been there. I've totally been there. Like, one night, it'll be a girl's talking a bottle of wine of everything I experienced before my man. But that shit was trauma, bro. But you have to acknowledge that you've been traumatized. You can't just say, yeah, this is the standard, because it's not. Telling yourself that this generation is cooked and that, bro, no one's ever gonna find love and everyone's in fake relationships. Like, bro, bitches be wanting you to be in an unhappy relationship so bad because they never experienced a happy relationship. And like, I get it, bro, because if I see a nigga getting some money, bro, I'm gonna think, bro, he's faking, he's scamming, he's doing something. But no, some people just haven't. Like, it doesn't have to be all that. Some niggas really just make $100K a month because they can. Like, bro, instead of sitting there and trying to invalidate somebody else's experience, bro, why don't you figure out how to give it to yourself? You know what I'm saying? Then it be girls who, y'all, I don't even got too much to say for real, bro. I ain't gonna lie. You can date and experience people, but you don't need to make men the epicenter of your reality. You don't need to make being in a relationship the epicenter of reality. I'm in a healthy, loving, beautiful, long-term relationship, and if that shit went left, bro, nothing in my life would change other than the fact that I have more access to different niggas now. Simply because, bro, it's not dependent on the man, it's dependent on how I feel. If I feel like booty because of the fact that a man treated me bad, then I'm gonna feel like booty, bro. But I don't deserve to feel like butt because of somebody else's actions. That's really what it all boils back down to. If you do me wrong, bro, you did yourself wrong. Because guess what? I was the best thing that could happen to you. And that's quite literally how you have to think about it. And keep moving forward, bro. Understand that there's so much love on this earth, bro. This is a loving, benevolent universe, bro. The universe is abundant, opulent. The universe wants to take care of you, but you have to be willing to receive that. A lot of people are not willing to receive real love, and that's why they don't experience it. Moral of the story is, bro, believe in love and you will attract it, bro. Don't believe in love and you're gonna stay where you're at. Oh my gosh, guys, my lashes are not done, but I actually don't have any more talking points, not for real. Just work on your self-concept, and honestly, put yourself around relationships or couples that are an example of what you would like. Bro, don't think that money is the only factor that you have to consider when dating men, because it's actually like the least important factor. A person can make money, they could lose money. Money shouldn't be your dating point, I'm not gonna lie. It's really about who they are characteristically wise, if that's even a word. It's a word because we're not supposed to be speaking English, so I don't care. But yeah, it's about their characteristics more than anything else, and how they carry themselves and what beliefs that they hold. So I'm not gonna lie, a lustful man shows you he's a lustful man before he messes you over. And even sometimes I'll see girls be like, yeah, I thought everything was fine, but then I went through his phone and da-da-da-da-da. Well, I mean, I really don't know what else to tell you other than the fact that if you believe that you have to go through his phone to find something, then there's probably going to be something there. But even then, no, because I do phone checks and I don't find shit. So I don't even believe in that for real. I'm an advocate for checking your partner's phone, actually. Check that motherfucker and make sure everything in that bit look right. And if that man jumps because he doesn't want you in his phone, there's for sure something in there. Like the girls, they be like, oh, I don't got to check phones. I have a dream. And like, yeah, bro, you just have to stop expecting to get hurt. Bro, enjoy the relationship and don't feel like you have to protect yourself because, bro, you date men who respect themselves and respect you. That's really what it is, Booski. Are these even? No, these are hella even, I think. Let me see. These ones look so much more shorter than these ones. I mean, I'm not tripping, but mind you, I'm not doing nothing for real except for trying to look cute. I don't know. I need to put one more on the inside. That's what I'm gonna do. Hopefully it's not overkill. But yeah, guys, honestly, love yourself, bro. Understand that the universe is gonna give you everything you want, bro. Everything you believe you deserve. When you heal your associations with the negative things in your reality, bro, you can ascend into the timelines that you desire. But if you're too stuck on thinking that everyone is gonna hurt you and that love doesn't exist and that's the exact reality, then that's the exact reality you're gonna experience. It's really nothing else to it. My lashes look so cute, bro. I love lash clusters. At first, when I started wearing them, bro, I was struggling so bad. Like, I literally could not get them on. Or, like, I got, like, my first 2 sets on, and then I started fumbling, so I took a break. And now I'm back, bro. The mirror makes the difference. I was trying to do lash clusters out my phone. Never again. I don't know how them girls be doing it, but that shit is not for me, for real. No. Never doing that again, by the way. Lashes are done, guys. Literally looks so cute. It's dark now, though. Guys, I love a good lash cluster. Where's my radar? But yes, guys, when I say this, bro, I just want the girls to know that you're so loved and taken care of, bro. And just because one degenerate did you wrong does not mean that every other man is a degenerate. Like, honestly, stop yourself, bro. Stop stopping yourself from experiencing love. Humans are created to, bro, give love and experience love. There's so much love on this earth, and there's someone that's willing to get their shit together to be the man that you need them to be. So, yeah. With that being said, guys, that's it. So make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe because we're building our community. Okay. I love you, angels. Bye.